Literally millions of us will take to the air this holiday season and board a flight to visit our loved ones. Now let's be honest, navigating the world of air travel can be stressful. As a matter of fact, did you know there are even new FAA rules in place? Well, joining us today to tell us about them is travel journalist Julia Diamond. Julia, thank you so much for joining us. So we've got new FAA
Thanks for having me.
regulations. Tell me about these new regulations.
Well, the FAA now has given us travelers permission to use our portable devices, so our iPads, our iPods, our phones, our Kindles, all of that. We can now turn them on during takeoff and landing, as long as they're in airplane mode. So this is great news for the traveler. And we're seeing, more and more planes are connected to internet. And services like GoGo are really great for travelers because you can really make the most out of the service and make the most out of your flight while you're in the air. So travelers can, research destinations. They can online shop at 10,000 feet, which is perfect for the holiday season, those last-minute Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
And they can also stay in touch with friends and family who are on the ground. For example, if you're trying to pull off the perfect airport pickup, there's a great app called Glimpse. And what it does, it gives you a snapshot of where you are in your flight and when you'll be landing. And you can send this information to your friends or family who are waiting for you on the ground, and then seamlessly they'll pick you up nicely. So just, the notion of connectivity is really a growing trend that we're seeing a lot, both through this holiday season and, in the future for 2014.
So it's some really good effects on travelers there. So let me ask you this, are you seeing any holiday trends as far as travelers are concerned?
The other trend that we're seeing is also entertainment on demand. Now that we have the ability to have all these portable devices with us, and now that they're allowed to be on, it's a great way to consume entertainment. So GoGo, again, has a service where you can watch your favorite movies, your favorite TV shows on your own device. So no longer are you a victim now of whatever terrible movie your airplane might be showing. You have the power to make your own decisions. So I think these new FAA regulations are really exciting for holiday travelers because it just keeps people, entertained and keeps people connected for whatever they want to do up there in the sky.
So Julia, you have some top tips for stress-free travel. Please share.
Yes, well, a lot of it has to do with apps. There's these great technologies out there to help travelers during the holiday season, so let's make the most of them. You always want to stay organized with your itinerary, and TripIt, which is a mobile app, can definitely help. So you can send all your travel information, if it's your car rental or your hotel or even your flight information, and what it will do is amalgamate all of that into one simple itinerary. If you end up getting stuck at the airport, another app I want to put on your radar is Gate Guru. So Gate Guru will help you navigate the terminals, help you find, let's say, the best restaurant or best bar, and will just give you a survey of all the airport amenities to, keep you kind of in the loop while you're waiting for your flight. Okay. Worst comes to worst, if you have to stay overnight and you need a hotel, another app I really like is called Hotels Tonight. And as it sounds, it's going to help you find accommodation for that particular evening, and at a fraction of the cost, which is great. So you can use that at the airport, kind of beat the rush of other travelers, or you can use that app really, anytime if you're looking for a hotel. Okay,
all right. Let's talk about the gate. Is there a way that we can quickly navigate the security without all the aggravation?
I know, that's the big question, isn't it? Well, TSA now has the PreCheck, and you can check out their website if you'd like more information about that. You do have to register. There are certain guidelines, so if you're eligible, that's a great way to sort of make use of the speed lane, if you will. For everyone else, if you haven't registered for that, I think understanding the TSA rules is really important. If you're carrying on, make sure you really know what the rules are in terms of liquid, the 311 rule, for example. You also, holiday season's coming up, so maybe you're transporting Christmas gifts for your loved ones. But this is definitely something that you don't want to wrap, because it just takes more time for the TSA if they do need to do an inspection. They'd like all the gifts to remain unwrapped. So just some quick, simple things, but having the knowledge is going to help you move through those lanes at a much faster rate.
Travel journalist Julia Diamond, thank you so much for your time. You know what, before I let you go real quick, you mentioned the 311 rule. Tell me real quick what that is.
Yeah, well, you can have 3.4 ounces of liquid in one quart see-through Ziploc bag, and that's for carrying on. Obviously, if you're checking your bag, then you can have a lot more liquids. But yeah, just go to the TSA website, and that will give you all the details, including some things you might not think about, like snow globes, for example.
Yeah.
You can't bring snow globes through
Really?
airport security. Yeah, so there are some more bizarre and then some more obvious. But when in doubt, just check it out, and it'll save you time through the security line.
Good stuff to know. Julia, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We really do appreciate it. But who would have thought snow globes? Julia piqued our interest, so we reached out to the TSA. They told us many snow globes are banned, but some are permitted as carry-ons. They've just got to be small enough, base included, to fit into your 1-quart plastic bag. Now, there's going to be a whole lot more that you need to be aware of as you're going through. Did you know that you're not allowed to carry a gel mouse pad onto a plane? If you've got business to do, you can take it, but you got to check it with your baggage. You're not going to be gelling through the airport because gel inserts also check-only items. If you plan on carrying a gel candle, plan B, sorry, you're only allowed to check gel candles with the rest of your luggage. Also think twice before packing a squirt gun to keep the kids occupied. Squirt guns, like toy swords, not allowed. In fact, you're going to need to check any toy that even resembles a real weapon. If you've got a question about a certain item you'd like to carry on, all you have to do is go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. You'll find a link where you can type in the item to see if it's allowed. Now, guess what? Lisa's got ways to save a few bucks when you fly.
I sure do. Jimmy, while we're talking about what to pack when we board a plane, many people keep it light in an effort to avoid expensive fees. Anything to save a few bucks, right? Especially when you consider that Christmas airfares jumped 51% last year, while New Year's Eve airfares skyrocketed 25%. Avoiding baggage fees may be one way to save, but there are plenty of other things you can do.
Traveling around the holidays can get crazy and expensive. Here are 4 ways to get the cheapest airfare you can. First, be flexible. Don't be set on a specific date or airport. Searching nearby airports for flights a day before or after your first choice could save you a lot. Next, book in pairs. By doing so, you could avoid the fees airlines charge for large groups to sit together. Third, try to buy 7 weeks in advance. An analysis by the website Cheap Air found the cheapest ticket price was around 49 days before departure. Fourth, book directly with the airline. Airlines have to pay a commission on each flight they sell through a discount site, so will often offer promo codes on their Twitter or Facebook pages for flights bought on their site. Many will also give you a refund if the price of your flight goes down after you book it if you call them, saving you a few bucks the next time you book a getaway.
And another tip for cheap flights is to mix and match between different airlines. Some websites will let you choose a cheaper return flight on a different airline. Now, let's talk about when we fly and when we buy. A study by Fare Compare reports the best time to buy airline tickets and shop for travel is on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Still, you can always be on the lookout for a great deal. Fare Compare says Wednesday is the cheapest day to fly. The most expensive day, you may have guessed, Friday and Sunday. And if you're thinking about what time you want to fly out, choose the morning. Experts say getting up at 4 a.m. may actually pay off. Well, one way to travel light is to pack fewer clothes. It's easy if you know how to dress up the basics. We'll tell you what those basics are and how you can go from office to office party by switching out accessories. And later, the reminders are here with some festive tunes for the season. They take the Delmarva Life stage in just a bit. But first, we just learned a ton of travel tips. Now we're going to learn how to stay healthy while we're on the plane. Here's Dr. Oz.
Travel health troubles don't care whether it's business or pleasure. Avoid jet lag and other aches and pains by following these tips. Before you travel, plan some prior protein. Your last meal before traveling should contain a good balance of protein and starch so you feel satisfied. Avoid the salt and calorie-laden nibbles at the airport or in flight. Remember, the air in planes is dry, so drink non-alcoholic decaf beverages and water to avoid dehydration. And even healthy people can get blood clots in their legs after long flights. So try to walk every now and then during your flight and stretch your calf muscles even while you're sitting. Finally, traveler's constipation is a natural response to unfamiliar environments, so take in lots of fiber and water. Safe and happy travels.